Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2. And for Denver, Harrison out there with Rivers. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Porter. It's Najee in at the 4 slot. Rivers with it. Pass to Jokic. Sinks the 15-footer. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, Kev, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
Denver grabs the miss.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Los Angeles. It's Porter outside. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Here's the Clippers. And George kicks to Cousins. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. To the paint. No good on the shot. Nice D from Porter. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Rivers passes to Najee. Jackson against Porter. And the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Cousins. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Leonard. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Porter dishes to Rivers. The kick out to Porter. Pass to Rivers. 6 on the shot clock. And another miss by Denver. Clippers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Passes it to Cousins. Outside, George. And he uses the glass on the layup. And this game is tied up now.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
Harrison passes to Najee. Pass to Jokic. Nice move. And the rejection by Cousins.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
George looking over the floor. At the elbow, it's Jackson. Kicks to Leonard. A miss that time would have put him up. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. The putback. It's rebounded by Leonard. And the Clippers have possession. George passes to Cousins. And they take the lead.
Excellent pass, PG-13. Keeping his eyes up, using his vision. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. There's the pass to George. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Jokic kicks to Porter. But 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
No doubt the quarter just not going his way. Still scoreless.
Morris, no good. The Nuggets trail by 4. Pass to Jokic. There's Porter with the 3. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. So both teams making some changes here. Jokic inside. Cousins is there. Jokic with the bucket.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
George against Rivers. Now here's Kennard. He's guarded closely. Batum off target from the baseline.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Paul Millsap out there with Jermichael Green. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then there's JaVale McGee. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Now, here's Kennard. Man passes to Zubac. Clock at 6. Rivers against Kennard. Over Millsap. Kennard's shot is off.
Hard to create space in that mid-range area. He would have been better passing that off.
Passes it to McGee. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And it's in there. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. And here's Beverly. Pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. And the shot is good.
And Beverly has a smooth release. Doesn't need much separation to get his shot off.
Now the pass to McGee. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Millsap misses.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
In the corner, Kennard with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He kicks it to Beverly. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Kennard's shot is off.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
One of Rivers' pet moves, the dribble drive. He has the size and length to do damage off of it.
Here's Beverly after Austin Rivers score. Back to Beverly. A different look for Denver. Bol comes in for Green, and it's Aaron Gordon in for Austin Rivers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Kennard against Gordon. Now Kennard over Gordon. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Clippers lead by 2. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No. That is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Pass to Man. Gordon against Batum. Passes to Zubac. Good on the shot. And it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Millsap left side. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Millsap able to use the threat of his shot to get the defender off balance.
Both good from the line that time. 1:12 left to play here in the half. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Inside, Porter, and finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
Now here's Beverly. To the left wing. The tray. Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Pass to Porter. 35 seconds left now here in the second. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Three-pointer. Oturu with the rebound.
In this first half, he has really fallen in love with the three. So far, not paying dividends.
There's 10 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Porter kicks to Harrison. The pass to Jokic. Shoots over Cousins. Bank shot. No good. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead up. And that.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. The Nuggets trail by 6. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Morris. Kawhi Leonard is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And the wide open shot from Morris. Porter pulls it in.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Here's Gordon. That one wide left. Clippers leading by 6.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
Now, here is Morris. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Here's Leonard, and the shot goes down. Leonard's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Clippers.
He's a bona fide star. Kawhi Leonard with the workman-like approach.
Harrison passes to Jokic. Left side, Porter. Good on the baseline, Jay. And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Here's Leonard. Michael Porter making his last shot. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Harrison kicks to Gordon. Wide open look. Offensive rebound. Jokic on the follow.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
George finds Leonard. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Patterson comes in for Morris. George passes to Jackson. Here's Patterson. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot. How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please, that's terrible.
Clippers leading by 3. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Jackson kicks to Zubats. That one goes. Count it. Zubats has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Outside, Green. Three-pointer. The Clippers grab the miss. Outside, Jackson. That three off the mark. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. McGee controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. Over Green. McGee with the block. Stolen by Jackson. Zubats with it. Now Green defending. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
44 seconds left in the third quarter. Campazzo guarded by Jackson. Back to Green. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Clippers leading by 5. The shot by George, wide open. No good on the three. Porter looking it over. Trains the three-pointer. Porter's got 7 points.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
Jackson with it. No points in the game yet for him. Lets the three fly. The shot missing. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Los Angeles on top, up by... And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Aaron Gordon out there at Bowl. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Rivers. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Man passes to Oturu. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Harrison out to the right wing. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And the Clippers making a change here. Cousins is checked in. Here's Beverly. From deep. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Now here's Millsap. He's tightly guarded. It's blocked. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Kennard, the pass to Oturu. Here's Mann. Offline with his 3. The Nuggets trail. And here's Jokic. Outside for Millsap. Jokic inside, and it goes down 2 points.
And you see the vision from Paul Millsap. That's another area that he provides for his teams.
Now Beverly. Shot clock at 6. Got a hand on it.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
The drive by Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
Outside Millsap. Pass to Bull. Floats it up for Jokic.
And at 7'2", Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. A 2-point game. Passes it to Kennard. Unloads from 13. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got 4 points in the quarter.
They need points trying to keep some momentum. Cousins understands the situation.
Harrison kicks to Millsap. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. Beverly, the pass to Kennard. Over in the corner, Cousins. Pass to Beverly. Takes the three. Rebound by the Nuggets. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The pass to Harrison. Here's Bull.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bull there with a big basket.
LA's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Pass to Oturu. Here's Mann. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Chanchar. Oh, good with the triple.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Leonard against Millsap. Leonard kicks to Zubas. Rebound by JaVale McGee. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Fires the three. Tips it. And here is Los Angeles now. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Chanchar. Fires the three. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Michael Porter. Ole is out there with Jokic. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Harrison in at the point. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Jones is out there with Giles, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. And it's Jones with the ball for the Trailblazers. Giles the pass to Nurkic. And Porter comes to help. To the inside, Giles. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. The shot by Lillard, wide open. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Now Rivers. At the elbow, Bowl. Here's the line to the hoop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Jokic doing a nice job consistently finding the open man.
Now, here's Lillard. Tight defense on him. McCollum outside. Lillard against Rivers. Shot clock at 5. And here's McCollum for 3. No good. Shot missing. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And here's Rivers. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Rivers.
Jokic doing a nice job getting right to the spot and capitalizing, taking advantage of the high percentage shots.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
And here they go. Goes up and finished off by Nurkic.
Man, you can't allow Nurkic to get that kind of position. When you do, he is going to rattle that rim.
Pass to Jokic. The rebound by Giles.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Giles. Outside, Jones. Back to Lillard. Jones finds Lillard. Giles. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
McCollum against Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Enes Kanter's checked in for the Trailblazers. Anthony comes in for Giles. Now here's Jones. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Green taking his time here. Here's Millsap. Changes up. And it's Portland with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Portland no good that time either. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Morris with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Here's McGee. Another shot out to Morris. Pass to Millsap. A baseline J connects. The jumper drops.
And, you know, as a mid-range shooter, Millsap's one of the better power forwards in the league. I mean, he's got a really nice touch from that area.
Lillard outside. From downtown. Rebounded by McGee. Outside, Green. Pass to McGee. Floats it up for Millsap, and Millsap slaps it in.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Simons in at the point guard position. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Outside Millsap. And they're moving it up. Lobs it up for Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Now the pass to McGee. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Anthony. Portland leading. Back to Covington. Simons, the pass to Covington. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
A flat-out bulldog in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
Pass to Millsap. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Double team on Millsap. Here's Harrison. And it's Portland with the rebound.
I guess even he has is one of those once in a while.
Now here's Powell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Ring shot on the way. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. McGee's got 4 rebounds in this game. Millsap kicks to Green. And it's Green with the jam.
You know, Millsap has no issues giving the ball up to the open man. Excellent awareness there.
A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Cantor. And Harry Giles subbed in for Robert Covington. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for JaVale McGee. Bol comes in for Paul Millsap. Michael Porter, he's checked in for JaMychal Green. And it's Austin Rivers in for Shaquille Harrison. Powell for 3. No good on that one.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Jokic finds Porter. Back to Jokic. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And it's Rivers with the rebound. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 2. Bol, the pass to Jokic. Doesn't go for him.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Down low. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first half. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the dunk by Bol.
And Jokic is one of the best passing big men in the game. He has a great feel for when to dish the rock.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Simons, the pass to Nurkic. Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Porter finds Jokic. And Bol wide open. He shoots. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Harry Giles. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. There's 18 seconds left in the first half. Porter kicks to Harrison. Launches it. Porter, no luck. Stolen by Rivers. Floats it up for Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Boy, Jokic always in sync with his teammates, which is part of why he's able to put together these highlight reel sequences.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. And one of the strengths of this and that'll
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Taking a look at the Nuggets. Cole is out there with Jokic. Then it's Porter. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Harrison in at the one spot.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Denver. Pass to Rivers. And he makes good on the layup. Rivers has got the lead up to 2 now for the Nuggets.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Lillard outside. Kicks it to Cantor. Jones, the pass to Lillard. Releases. Misses the jumper.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Rivers finds Porter. A three-pointer, no good. And for Portland, they're shooting about 42% so far. Here's Jones. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. The kick out to Porter. They get it again. McGee passes it to Harrison. Here's Jokic. And a wide open look for Porter. They shoot again over Jones. Porter, no luck.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Here's Harrison. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. Nurkic checked in for Portland. Harry Giles comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Denver also making some changes. Bol, he's checked in for Jokic. Gordon comes in for Porter. And Paul Millsap subbed in for Austin Rivers. Lillard dishes to McCollum. He kicks to Jones. Back to McCollum. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. It's Millsap with the drive, stolen by McCollum. And now here comes Jones, leading the break. Yep, that one goes. And it's a 4-point Portland lead.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Harrison passes to Millsap. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Count it. Millsap's got 6.
Love watching Millsap go to work inside. He's a pretty smooth operator in the paint. Good footwork, good strength, and good touch.
McCollum with the ball. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound. McGee's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And here we go. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist by McCollum.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And the basket by Gordon.
And Gordon is a guy who's used to being bodied. I mean, he just kind of plays through it, shrugging off the contact and ignoring it, really.
Now Lillard. The 3-ball. Giants. Great positioning on the putback.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Outside for Millsap. Gordon against Jones. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Boy, you look at Gordon. He is cut up now. Fantastic at being able to overcome physical defenses because of his own physicality.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. It's a 1-point game. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Anthony, the pass to Simons. And here's Covington from the arc. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Morris finds Gordon. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Powell for 3. Offensive rebound.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Here's Morris. Outside Gordon. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Trailblazers lead by 3. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Norman Powell is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at point. Kanter, the pass to Simons. Just his first attempt. 5 to shoot. And McCollum puts up a deep 3. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively. You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
The kick out to Porter. To take the lead. That shot missing, and it's Portland the other way. Powell for 3. Here's Kanter. Green against McCollum. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Porter passes to Green. Over McCollum. And there's Green on the assist by Porter. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Simons surveying the D.
Just the kind of play they...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
He hangs in there and cashes in on their second chance points. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Pass to Green, shoots over Covington, and another miss by Denver. Portland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. It's deflected. Here's Jokic, and Anthony sends it back. Lillard surveying the D. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 3. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Portland.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well. Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
Harry Giles is checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Lillard against Morris. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. From the arc. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. McGee's got 7 rebounds in the game. In the corner, it's Gordon. Shoots. The rebound by Giles. Trailblazers leading by 3. Powell finds Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Gordon inside. Covington's there. McGee the pass to Bull. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Nuggets making a change here. Harrison's checked in. 56 seconds left in the game. Gordon deciding where to go with it. 6 to shoot. It's in! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Lillard got it!
Boy, and just look at what Damian Lillard is doing.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Harrison. Outside Gordon. Feeds it to McGee. Nurkic with the steal.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Harrison kicks to McGee. Here's Bull. Off target with his 3. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. It was up for grabs right until the final second.
CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
There it is, the Staples Center. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point guard. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Lillard dishes to Covington. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Over Jackson. And it's Lillard missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Leonard. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And Doris, tonight, two experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
Here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Portland needs to get off a shot. Shot from the wing. And it's Lillard again missing. Quick start here for the Clippers in this one. Tries it from 19. Misses off the right iron. For the Trailblazers, it's been a slow start here. It's a 5-point game. Here's Nurkic. And the rejection by Zubac. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Here's Lillard. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Now here's George. Leonard with no one around. Another miss by Leonard.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Here's McCollum, following the score by Reggie Jackson. McCollum finds Lillard. Covington with it. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Really good job by Covington to get good position and finish.
George with the ball. Passes it to Leonard. That one falls. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Covington. Lillard with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Lillard dishes to Covington. Back to Lillard. Clock is at 3. Pass to Nurkic. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Yeah, quick thinking wins Dame assists. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Leonard looking around. Shoots over Powell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Robert Covington picks one up.
Well, you think back to draft day in 2011. It was quiet then. It became loud as his career went on. But the Spurs get the draft rights to Kawhi Leonard on that day for George Hill. Incredible.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Rondo kicks to Leonard. To the middle. Here's Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Kennard against McCollum. It's stolen by Rondo. And now the Clippers on the break. Batum passes to Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense, always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. And checked in, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. McCollum against Kennard. McCollum dishes to Cantor. A shot off that time.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Clippers lead by 5. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. We've got Anthony. Also Enes Kanter out there. Norman Powell is out there with Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. Kennard for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Portland turns it over again. Los Angeles leading by 5. Now Beverley still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Cousins. Back to Beverley. There's the pass to Mann. 5 on the clock. Los Angeles with another miss.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Passes to Powell. Simons surveying the D. And Kanter throws it down.
Boy, Kanter is a big-time target. Sometimes just throw it toward the rim. He'll take care of the rest.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Kennard for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not a leap tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
You know, that's just the power and strength from Anthony, able to take the hit and still play through it.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in. Here's Jackson. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Portland trailing here, and they're running. Leonard with the steal. And here's the fast break. And Morris throws it down.
Well, we're talking about a multi-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. Huge hands, creates lots of turnovers.
Jackson against Lillard. The Trailblazers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. The free throw drops for Lillard.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in. Jackson against Anthony. Leonard, the open look. Outside for Jackson. Outside, George. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Covington's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Lillard. From deep. Morris with the rebound. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. That's a 2 from Lillard. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Now here's Leonard. 8 points for him. Over Anthony. And the shot is long.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
And the dunk by Covington.
Well, make no mistake, Robert Covington is a big-time athlete. Puts it on the deck and finishes.
Now, here is Morris. Outside Jackson. From deep. Buries the long-range jumper. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
Lillard scanning the floor. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
I'll tell you, he's playing with much more discipline here in the second quarter. He is waiting for good opportunities and capitalizing.
Right side Jackson. Count that one.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Offensive rebound. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At its highest, their lead topped out. And that'll...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, Kennard is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's man in at the 3. Kennard's shot is off. And for Portland, they're shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Pass to Cantor. For the lead, and the layup is up and in. Cantor's got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers.
The efficiency of Enes Kanter is impressive. This guy's massive on the blocks and knows how to score.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. And Cousins kicks to Beverly. Just 5 to shoot. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Beverly's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, Patrick Beverley has turned himself into a reliable three-point shooter. Nice delivery.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Simons. It's McCollum on the wing. That one off the back iron and out.
Oh, just incredible that spin. Shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot.
Now, here's Kennard. No points in the game yet for him. The pass to Oturu. Cousins with it. He's covered by Kanter. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Powell's checked in. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Here's Simons. And the rejection by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Batum's running. And he banks in the layup. Now it's a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
Well, I'll tell you this. If the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Now here's Powell. And a wide open look for McCollum. Drains it from beyond the arc. McCollum's got 5 points now this quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Rondo. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Well, Norman Powell these last several seasons has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season much more involved on the offensive end, and that to me was his best performance to date.
Here's Rondo. The Blazers getting the bucket. Passes it to Kennard. Lets it go with the 3. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Kennard's got 5 points so far.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Pass to Zubac. There's a minute left to play here in the third. Pass to Rondo to the inside. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Kennard trying to break loose. And that one, good. And the Clippers lead by 2. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And Lillard gets it to go.
And since halftime, this has become an intense ball game.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 7. Leonard inside. Covered by Hollis Jefferson. And that one's good. Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard's length and shot-making ability on the interior is problematic for the defense.
Lillard outside. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Clippers. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Cousins. Nurkic with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. One second left. And that one released in time, but no good.
How about the fast hands and lateral quickness of Norman?
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Los Angeles on top, up by 2. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Damian Lillard out there with Powell. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. Here's Lillard. Paul George making his last shot. And there's the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Kicks to Nurkic. 3 on the clock. From 17 feet out. That one doesn't drop. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. To the paint. Here's Morris. Over Anthony. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Trailblazers trail by 4. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Deep 2 from Anthony. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists in the game. And Los Angeles guys shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. George finds Leonard. The 3. Rebounded by Anthony.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Lillard from outside. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Jackson. And a switch here also for Portland. McCollum's checked in. Here's Lillard. Up again. It's hauled in by Paul George. The Clippers in the lead. Outside Leonard. In the corner, George with it. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, Paul George is not just a gifted perimeter shooter. That touch on the interior is impressive.
Lillard against Morris. Covington. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Leonard. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Kawhi Leonard has been in so many big-time situations. How confident is he right there?
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A different look for the Clippers. Cousins comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Jones subbed in for Powell. And here's Beverly. After Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go. Cousins, the pass to George. Now Leonard. Back to George. Clock at 4. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Morris with the bucket.
My goodness. Guys, you talk about embracing the moment, burying a key shot. Go ahead, Mr. Morris. We see you doing work.
Now, here's Lillard. McCollum kicks to Anthony. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Beverly against Lillard. McCollum left side. Here's Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And this is why Melo gets the big bucks. A lot of players will shy away from an important shot, but Melo wanted to be in that position.
Now here's Leonard. Here's George. Back to Leonard. It's George on the wing. No good there. Good work defensively by Jones. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Lillard. Yes! And the coach's challenge has been issued. A game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac has checked in for DeMarcus Cousins, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 2. 5 seconds left in the fourth. Seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming right up. The NBA on 2K Sports. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. They've got Harrison. Ole is out there with Jokic. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Porter in at the two-guard spot. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the two. Now Millsap. After the missed three from Reggie Jackson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Jokic with the bucket. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
If you go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships, that tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
And it's Jokic missing. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Leonard kicks to Morris for the three. Zubac the pass to Leonard. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Hard to deny Leonard when he gets in that close to the rim. Too many ways for him to get creative to score.
Pass to Millsap. Puts it up from 12. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Leonard. And George kicks to Zubac. Outside Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Tries again. Porter pulls it in. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Jokic. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Jokic getting out and running. That's a huge plus for this offense. Determined to beat some people up the court.
And here's George. Tries it from 9. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Porter. Here's Harrison. That shot misses, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George. It didn't take too long for Jokic to blossom into one of the better young players in the league. Much quicker than most folks, I think, give him credit for.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And it's Jokic missing.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year, 88% from the line?
And you wonder if Paul George finally has a situation here where he could show why he's an elite player, why he's an all-star, but to pay off how hungry he is to prove it with a late postseason run.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Nuggets. Lobbed up there for Green. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Now George. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Nuggets trail by 3. McGee up top. The feed to Green. The Clippers grab the miss.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Now here's Kennard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Clock at 6. Here's Beverly. Here's Cousins. Oh, that was huge!
Incredible.
Brute strength right there as he gets to the inside and scores.
Pass to Millsap. He's off on that one, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Cousins. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. It's a 5-point game. Near the three-point line, it's Millsap. It's good on the putback.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? There's the pass to Oturu. Inside, Cousins dishes to George. And that one drops for him.
Well, when Paul George has that kind of length and then has the high release point that he does, very few people are going to get to it to block a mid-range jumper like that.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles.
Old school basketball, you know.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly out there with Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the four-man position. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Porter.
Well, if you're open, Patrick Beverly is going to do his best to get you the ball.
I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on it. Here's Kennard. Rebound by the Nuggets. Rivers passes to Jokic. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Jokic has got 10 points in the game.
I swear Jokic is out there playing with the watch on because of the timing aspect of his game.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Now here's Beverly. Defense right on him. Off target at the rim. Jokic against Kennard. Goes up the baseline. Another miss by Jokic. Los Angeles leading by 4. From the corner. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to man. They double him with Rivers. Beverly against Rivers. And Bull pulls it down. Bull's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Stripped it away. Zubac's with it. Now Bull defending. They need this one. It's deflected.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Bull uses it to perfection to block shots.
Man passes to Zubac. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Boy, did he burrow his way in there, and the D just sort of backed off.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Cousins against Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. And another miss by Denver. Clippers leading by 4. Nobody near George. A 3-pointer off the mark. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. The Clippers shooting 28%. A rocky performance for them offensively. Leonard kicks to George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Now it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead.
Like how Paul George right now is reading the defense like a Sunday paper, has a good feel as to when to fire from distance. Jokic,
and it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got his 4th rebound in this one. Left side Jackson. There's 25 seconds left in the first half of the game. It's hauled in by Jokic.
He looked like he rushed it a bit. The defense wasn't terrible, but still, he's got to knock that down.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
George finds Leonard. Outside for Jackson. Here's Cousins. Offline with the baseline jumper.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And that's it for the first half of action. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the end. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with and
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, Cole is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Michael Porter, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Harrison in at the point guard position. Porter passes to Bull.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Jackson with it. Kicks it to Leonard. Over Millsap. And it's off the back rim. No good. Leonard's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. And a wide open look for Porter. Kept alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Outside, George. Outside for Jackson. No good with the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making
the weak coverage pay.
And it's sent back by George.
Not many guys have the two-way ability of a Paul George, just as dangerous defensively as he can be offensively.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Zubac's. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. JaVale McGee's checked in for Denver. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Millsap. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 3.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
McGee inside. Defended by Batum. McGee's shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Leonard. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Leonard's got 6.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Cousins controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Cousins on the stick back. Tenacious job rebounding and then a monster mash on the rim.
And stolen by Cousins. Kennard the pass to Cousins. Pulls up from the corner. Kennard's shot is off.
And he has not made one shot in this one. Has to be on his mind every time he's pulling up.
McGee inside. Nails the baby hook. Here's Beverly. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Kennard. He dishes it to Cousins. Back to Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Jokic has checked in for the Nuggets. Baseline J on the way. Oturu with the rebound. Clippers leading by 5. Pass to man. Jokic with the steal. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. 55 seconds left in the third. Teardrop shot, and he sinks the layup. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Beverly showing off a little bit of a teardrop. Didn't know he had that.
Campazzo defended by Beverly. Here's Millsap. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And Los Angeles guys shooting is leaving something to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. Passes it to Kennard. The pass to Cousins. Shot clock at 6. Off target with the open look. The Nuggets trail by 3. There's the dish to Rivers. Pass to Green. Kicks it to Millsap. Fades back. That one doesn't go. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Clippers lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. They've got Morris. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Jokic. George with the defensive effort. Clippers leading by 3. Leonard with no one around. No good on the 3.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Back to Green. Gordon, the pass to Morris. Green kicks to Jokic. Over Leonard. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Yeah, that's not a chance that Jokic is going to mess up. He's too good around the rim.
Now, here's George. He's covered closely. And the layup is good.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Over in the corner, Green. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Jokic with it, guarded now by Jackson. The 8-footer. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now, here's George. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Stolen by George. Now the Clippers moving it up. Zubac, the pass to Leonard. Morris trying to free himself up. Count it. And the Clippers lead by 3.
The strength in that body that Kawhi has, he finishes through contact as well as anyone in the league.
Out left of the wing. Here's John Shaw. Great look, but off the mark.
Well, he wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Dishes to Jackson. The Clippers need to get off a shot.
Yeah, important points from Morris. When he's feeling it, he'll step up and take control.
Down low. Here's Jokic. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Jokic has got 4 this quarter.
Well, Jokic needed it, and he got it.
Jackson against Morris. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Pass to Zubac, and the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Clippers. Patterson comes in for Marcus Morris. And the Nuggets with some changes. Jackson passes to George. Patterson down low. Goes back up. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game.
Patterson coming through big time. Loves to hit those shots.
Outside, Porter. Puts up a 3. No good on that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Jackson finds George. From deep three-point range, Denver grabs the miss.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Porter dishes to McGee. Over Jackson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Both free throws good from McGee.
And now down to a one-possession game. Those foul shots, huge.
Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Over Porter. Got it.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
It's Porter outside. Rebounded by Jackson. So the Clippers with the win. It was a fantastic, David. Thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it. The city of Denver is in full motion tonight as we get set to bring you the action. Both teams tonight dealing with some injury. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Nuggets, Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's Porter, and it's Harrison in at the point. Pass to McCollum for three, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And sometimes McCollum is automatic from there. You can't give him this shot if you're the deep.
Rivers passes to Porter. Offline with his three. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. McCollum, no good. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. Here's Harrison. They get the rebound. The kick out to Porter. Here's Jokic. Goes up with it again. Gets a hand on it. Jokic on the follow.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Rivers against McCollum. Outside Covington. Back to McCollum. Lillard outside. 4 on the clock. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. From deep. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Jokic passes to Porter. Up again. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 6 points.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Back to McCollum. Takes a 3. The shot, no good. And the Nuggets going the other way. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Gordon's running. Jokic finds Porter. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. McCollum outside. There's the feed to Covington. Jokic with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Porter dishes to Gordon. Pass to Harrison. Rivers bounce pass. Here's Jokic. Rivers. It's good on the putback.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic to the inside. Here's McCollum. Pulls it from 20. Covington's shot is off. Denver leading by 5. And a wide open look for Porter. Off target from 3-point range.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. Passes to Porter. And the rebound by Nurkic.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
Powell, the pass to Covington. To the paint. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. And that one's good. Millsap.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Here's Lillard. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Look at the energy Lillard plays with. He doesn't give in to the defense. He's superb at scoring despite getting hit.
Green, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Jones checked in for the Trailblazers. 1:03 left in the first quarter of the game. The pass to Millsap. There's the triple. Another 3 for Denver.
And even though he can be inconsistent from out there, Millsap forces you to pay attention to him from beyond.
Lillard from outside. They grab their own miss. Feeds it to Carmelo. Back to Canner. Over Millsap. Shot clock at 5. Lillard. Portland again missing.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And here's Millsap from the arc. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. McCollum with the ball. And Jones with the stuff.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
Right side, Green, all alone. And Cantor pulls it down. Here's McCollum. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Denver with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're and hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
They've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
If you go step in a time machine What would you like and dislike about playing in this area at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. that wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Paul Millsap. Cole is out there with Michael Porter, and it's Nikola Jokic.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Kanter gets a lot of his points this way.
Millsap misses. Trailblazers trail by 6. Millsap with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Porter finds Jokic, taken away by Anthony. Here's Jones, and Jones slams it in.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum-shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
Pass to Jokic. 5 to shoot. Portland grabs the miss. Kanter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Powell the pass to Simons. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Jones drives in.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Pass to Jokic. This one for 3. No good that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. And now here comes Jones leading the break, and Kanter throws it down.
And look at Kanter rise up. Good anticipation for the big man to go for the alley.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Passes it to Porter. There's the 3. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. And the Nuggets making a change here. Morris is checked in. Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. Bull with it. Covington's there. Bull, that's good.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
The pass to Powell. Anthony looking it over. He kicks it to Powell. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. That shot off. Nuggets have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Pass to Porter. Beyond the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. And now a 5-point Denver lead.
Just sensational form and touch on display from Porter. When he gets any room to shoot from deep, he's looking to fire.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the first half.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one. But he's got the lift to be the first one, too.
Morris into the lane. That's good from Porter on the assist by Morris. Porter's got 7 points for the quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Anthony kicks to Powell. Jokic against Jokic. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Morris with the ball. There's Porter with the 3. Another 3 for Denver.
That's his second three-pointer of this quarter after not getting any in the first.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, Covington in position. Porter with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Launches a three. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game. And there's the feed to Carmelo. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And dropping the sledgehammer there. He curves a 10-0 run by the Nuggets.
There's Porter with the three. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They have an 8-point lead. And big fella. And that.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. So it's Portland now. 8-point game. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Jones in at the 3 spot. McCollum, no good.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go. Well, there are a few players in the league that can match McGee's athleticism. I mean, his whole career, he's been a class above with his speed and leaping. He'll make the most of it on both ends of the court.
Trailblazers trail by 8. Jones, the pass to Lillard. With the shot, McCollum trying to get open and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And see, Webb, you mentioned it with JaVale McGee. His vertical is off the charts.
Oh, yeah, he can get to alley-oops, GA, that nobody else can. The length and bounce he has is jaw-dropping. I mean, same goes for his shot-blocking abilities when he times it up.
It's tipped. Lillard against Gordon. They're running. Oh, Morris in position. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Lillard misses.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
Harrison scanning the floor. To the middle. Morris outside. Denver passing it around. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Rivers, he's checked in for Morris. Cantor, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Robert Covington comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
McCollum kicks to Jones. Back to McCollum. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Astonagi. Here's Harrison, covered by Lillard. 4 on the shot clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Norman Powell's checked in for Jones. Trailblazers trail by 8. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Powell, no one around him. Portland, no good that time either.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Here's Lillard. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Jokic. Millsap's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nuggets. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. McCollum deciding where to go with it. The dish now to Cantor. 43 seconds left here in the third quarter. Can't cash in from close range. Millsap attacking. Count the basket. Millsap's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Covington wide open. He fires. Misses the three. Denver leading by 14. Najee, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets going into the break with a 10-point lead. And thanks to their outstanding... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. We've got Paul Millsap. Always out there with Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Millsap passes to Jokic. Count it from 12. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
And just paying attention to the details, it makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Use of Nurkic. He's checked in for Portland. And here are the Nuggets now. Morris finds Porter. Fires for 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
McCollum dishes to Carmelo. Nurkic trying to get open. Yep, that one goes in there.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Morris against Anthony. Here's Bull. Off target from outside. Trailblazers trail by 12. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Morris gets the ball. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And again, it's Denver.
A pure shooter who's also efficient. Porter nearly automatic from mid-range.
Here's Simons, covered by Morris. Passes it to Anthony. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo. and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive. The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
Jones kicks to Lillard. Jones looking for an opening. Pulls up on the wing with the tip and staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got 6 in the quarter.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Outside, Porter. Here's Jokic. Here's McGee. The kick out to Porter. And the pass to Gordon. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Second shot opportunity. Good as the jump shot falls. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Anthony trying to get open. Second chance shot. Lillard with it, and he makes that one.
Such a smart play. Lillard willing to take the jumper from the mid-range.
Here's Harrison, covered by Lillard. Harrison passes to Porter. Denver the rebound. Jokic kicks to Porter. The putback hangs in the air. McGee finds Porter. Here's the three. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
Powell dishes to Jones. Anthony right side. Lillard looking around. And it's Lillard again missing. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Well, certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
Rivers, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Nurkic is checked in. And again, Denver no good. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And it's slammed in by Jones.
And the vision of Nurkic, I mean, solid at understanding when to distribute the ball.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Jokic. Shoots over Lillard. Lands soft around the front of the rim and drops.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
Shoots from 14. Anthony's shot is off. Now, here's Jokic. Fires from deep. No good. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final. Looking now at the lineup for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
And the Clippers starting five. They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the one spot. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at center. Here's George. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
McCollum finds Lillard. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position. Off the catch, Leonard with the quick trigger. Nothing but money.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. McCollum outside. Back to Nurkic. Pass to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Paul George with the steal. And here they come. On up the court. And that one, good. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Here's Lillard. Up again, and Covington stays with it.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Frustrating beginning for them, but we have a long way to go. Now they just need to string together some buckets.
Now here's Leonard. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league. And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
One thing about Kawhi, when he's driving, he eats up real estate fast with those long strides.
In the corner, Powell with it. Now the pass to Nurkic. Lillard attacking. It's McCollum on the wing. 6 to shoot. Fires from 18. Off the left rim and out.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Morris, no good. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. 7-point differential.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
Now here's McCollum. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Leonard with no one around. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Now here's Beverly. 1:02 left here in the first quarter. A 3 from Leonard. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Lillard against Beverly. Oh, Covington in position. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
All-out effort all the time. Covington was undrafted, and he's worked his way into NBA minutes.
Now here's Beverly. Outside Leonard. No one near him. Hit some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Leonard's got 14.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
Lillard with the bucket. Clippers leading by 6. Now George. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
Lillard, right side. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for the Clippers right now, Kennard is out there with Jackson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Mann in at the 3 spot. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. Back to Jackson. Takes the 3. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Little. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Inside, here's Cantor. It's deflected. Up top, Cousins. Jackson in the corner. Kennard for 3. And the Clippers miss again. Trailblazers trail by 6. Little passes to Cantor. Shoots it. Nails the baby hook.
And the coaching staff doesn't have any issue putting the ball in Cantor's hands inside. And why not? That part of his game is very refined.
Here's Kennard. From 16 feet away, he cans it. And the Clippers lead by 6.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
On the wing, Jackson. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. 6 on the shot clock. Kennard with the ball. Jones covering. A 3 ball. Mann can't hit. Trailblazers have gone 2 or 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Anthony. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Mann passes to Kennard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Kennard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
With good size for a 2-guard, Luke Kennard can finish in the paint.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Fires from 14. Oturu with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 6. Here's Mann. Outside Jackson. Pass to Oturu. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Oturu's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. But they'll get another chance.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
Outside Leonard. Back to George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 6.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic, passes it to McCollum. Now Powell, he's covered by Leonard. Powell dishes to McCollum. Over George, just 4 to shoot. That one off the back iron and out. Los Angeles leading by 8. Back to Morris. And Covington sends it back. Zubac finds George. And here is Zubac. Back to George. And we finished one half of basketball. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 14 points, and you think of... And...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Oh, he launched that one from way outside. George has got the first field goal of the second half for Los Angeles.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
And it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. McCollum against George. Zubac the pass to George. Back to Zubac. George against McCollum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Carmelo Anthony in for Robert Covington. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Patrick Beverly. Anthony lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. McCollum finds Lillard. Back to McCollum. Here's Lillard. And the rejection by Leonard. There's the 3. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Lillard.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Rondo kicks to George. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. George has got 12 in the game.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Cantor. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Norman Powell. Derek Jones, he's checked in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to lose.
It's a solid blueprint. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Simons. Kennard covering. Here's Jones. Here's Nurkic. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists in the game. Clippers leading by 5. Jackson with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Kennard for 3. Rebound by Nurkic.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They've shown a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and they're close to taking the lead.
Kennard up top, defended by Jones. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
You know, there's always going to be room in this league for guys like Luke Kennard. He can shoot, he can pass it, and he can put it on the floor.
The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. He hits both from the stripe. There's 14 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Now, here's Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. Takes a 3. He doesn't hit that one. That one, no good. The 3rd quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 5. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. And here's Beverly. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th. Batum is out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Kennard in at the small forward position.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Clippers leading by 3. Outside Jackson. No good. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Lillard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
And the first one drops. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And George is subbed in for Reggie Jackson.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Leonard looking around. The pass to Zubac. Buries it down low. And the Clippers lead by 3.
he was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Back to Lillard. McCollum outside. Just 5 on the clock. Hollis Jefferson finds McCollum. The shot goes down and gets this game back to even.
You can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up, but it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain this effort.
George, and there it is for him.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Lillard against Beverly. Pass to Cantor. Back to Hollis Jefferson. To the paint. Kicks it out to Lillard to take the lead. It's hauled in by Paul George. George has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lillard against Beverly, and that one's good. Lillard.
And wow, what a time to tie this game up, guys.
I wasn't sure they had enough time. What an amazing job to battle all the way back out of that huge hole.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. The feed now to Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
Knowing the situation, Kawhi willing and able to take control. Big bucket.
Now Lillard. McCollum outside. Down low. Covington finds Lillard. McCollum outside. Fires from 14. It's hauled in by the Clippers. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Zubac. Back to Beverly. He dishes it to George. The 15-footer. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 4 rebounds in this game. Covington passes to McCollum. Stolen by George. And here comes the break. Up the floor. Shooting foul. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. They're double-checking, and the game continues on.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Giles comes in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He told them we've got to make the most of every chance right now. This is a winnable game, but we've got to make plays. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
Trying to ice this one, Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
This has reached desperation time for him.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
McCollum fires from way outside. Portland again missing. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Beverly. From deep three-point range. And George kicks to Cousins. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Giles. 15 seconds left in the game. Cullen passes to Powell. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. From deep. So the Clippers with the win. A narrow win under. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And